on the screen, it just gets to the key points of how crooked and criminal the kleptocratic authoritarian regime of Putin is. But he also goes after Lavrov, a 20-year veteran in the foreign ministry, and he just decimates him in this letter as well. So it's pretty significant.
And also significant, as you point out, that it's 90 days in, right? And you have people who now are standing up. And obviously, when you do that, the risk you take of something happening to you, a sudden death, is not small. Obviously, he did that from Geneva. So the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said today, General, that Putin's overall strategy regarding Ukraine is unknown. Here's part of how he put it.
At the very outset, he envisioned using overwhelming force and speed and power to very rapidly take down the capital city and replace the government. They failed in that. So we've seen them really proceed at a very slow and unsuccessful pace on the battlefield, and you would expect that he would seek to use other levers of power.
So what can you determine, General, about Putin's strategy now? What is he trying to do? I mean, he does, of course, now control essentially Mariupol, right? I mean, there have been significant changes in the map since February here.
Not much, Aaron. I'll push back a little bit on that. You know, what Secretary Austin just talked about, the strategies of the Russian force at the beginning, by my count, there were 5 of them. Take over the Ukrainian regime, replace their power, further divide the West, get access to the Black and Azov Sea. And he built those things into an operational campaign plan with tactics, battlefield tactics associated to them. All of those strategic goals, he's failed at. He hasn't achieved a single one of them. And in fact, there's negative connotations to each one of them right now. He has built NATO. He's not divided it. The Ukrainian regime is the strongest it's ever been. Mm-hmm. There's support for it through the West. The Ukrainian army is performing magnificently. There have been truly no battlefield victories. You mentioned Mariupol, but that is just a battlefield destruction. That wasn't a victory. So we've yet to see the kinds of things that Russia is trying to do in this campaign. I don't know what his strategy is right now. He's just looking to take off a bite of the East and perhaps the South, but it's certainly not part of the original strategic goals of Mr. Putin.
All right. General Hertling, thank you so much. Always appreciate your perspective and view. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.
And next, Trump versus Pence, both headline rallies at this hour.